Welcome to Everyday People Becoming Entrepreneurs. This podcast where passion meets purpose and everyday individuals step into extraordinary. I'm your host, Hope Berringen, the product developer, seafood spice queen, and the believer of bold dreams. This is our very first episode, and I am thrilled to kick it off with a powerful conversation. Today, we're talking about something that doesn't get enough attention in entrepreneurship, mental health and mindset. Because let's be real, building a business takes more than hustle. It takes courage, clarity, and emotional strength. My guest today is a licensed therapist who works with entrepreneurs, creatives, and dreamers. And she's going to help us break through the mental health blocks, holding us back from becoming everything we are created to be. So grab your tea and your notebook, and let's take a dive in this inspiring conversation. Here on the podcast, Everyday People Becoming Entrepreneurs, we have a special guest here by the name of Miss Rica Walker. She's a licensed therapist. How are you doing today?
I'm absolutely amazing.
Well, great. I'm glad to have you here. So here on this podcast today, the first episode, we're going to be discussing some key tools that we can use as entrepreneurs along our journey. What are some common mindsets, mind blocks, or emotional challenges that you see that entrepreneurs experience?
What I have experienced and some of my coworkers and co-entrepreneurs is trying to do it all yourself, having one speed, which is go, 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 instead of let's see how we can delegate, how we can gather our support and proceed on this journey to success.
Yeah, that sounds good. So what specific coping tools do you think that first-time entrepreneurs, when they're trying to do it all themselves, because I know myself as a business owner, it's really hard sometimes. You're trying to manage marketing, finances, and all these different areas of, being an entrepreneur. What tools do you think that we can use to not become burnt out or just get tired till we're just, overwhelmed, that we just want to stop the journey just to continue moving forward? What tools do you think we can implement?
One of those tools is to have what I call a board of directors. And the board of directors are people that you choose in your life and in your journey to support you in different areas. Okay. Everybody is not going to come with the same tools. You have a friend that's going to be supportive and validate you. You have a friend that's going to help you know how, when, and where to stop and have fun. Okay. And then you have that friend that's your prayer partner that's going to pray with you and walk you through that journey so that when times are tough, you know where to go to. Okay. Always step back, refresh, reset, and redefine that purpose and what your journey is.
Oh, that's really good. Okay. So take a step back, redefine, what's more important, what's priority, and, establish a balance.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I like that. That sounds really helpful. Okay. So me being an entrepreneur, I know personally, one of the things that I try to do is balance business and personal. Do you have any advice on what can entrepreneurs do? Because, we as entrepreneurs, it's our first, it's our baby. We like to cuddle it. We know we're birthing it, and we like to take care of it, caress it, and, make sure everything is up to standard and, just make sure everything is going well. What kind of tools or boundaries could we establish as far as, you put in a lot of hours as entrepreneurs. We don't have like a 9 to 5. You meet deadlines. We have to implement things to make things happen. What kind of boundaries we can implement to ensure we have time with our family, we have time on our business, and, just to make sure we are well-rounded people?
I implement the complement of the whole person. Okay. When I say the whole person, it's taking care of your spiritual man, taking care of your emotional man, your family man, your social person. being able to touch bases with all those things. One of the reasons we leave corporate America is because of the work-life balance.
Yes.
And when we step into entrepreneurs and we're birthing that baby,
Yes.
we have to still have that work-life balance.
Yes.
All work and no play, absolutely a no-no.
Oh, that is good. That's good to know that it's no. So is there a specific tools we could implement that says, like scheduling, maybe taking a day once a week or once a month that we just say we're not doing anything with our business. We're focused on family. We're focused on just relaxing.
Yeah.
Just a day for ourselves.
You definitely have to have boundaries. I have a absolutely hard stop. I have a cutoff time. So my boundary is after 7, it's not going to change the world.
Okay.
7 p.m. is my cutoff. My Sundays is my family and my Lord's Day. So I make sure I'm available for family, and family comes first. That's why we love the opportunity to be flexible.
Yes.
So having those boundaries, knowing when to delegate and when to do it yourself.
Yes.
So you have to be able to trust the people that you put in place and trust that process and that journey. So hard stops, and definitely traveling is my number one go-to.
Yes.
I have to get out of the city to be able to restore myself. So I travel quite a bit. I hit that reset button and I step away and I cut off that phone. I don't check emails. When I'm away, I'm away. I just have to trust that the people that I have put in place, they got it. They can handle it just as if I was in place.
I see that so often with entrepreneurs, just choosing the people that are qualified to take care of the delegated priorities you need them or tasks you need them to carry out. What strategy do you use to make sure that you have qualified people in place in your business to make sure that things are going to get done when you're not there? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. First off, I pray about everybody that walks through my door.
Oh, yes. That's good.
Everybody that works for Silver Lining Counseling is handpicked by the hand of God. Every staff, every member is prayed for before they start. So God gives me the go. And I always follow through. I follow through, follow back, and I recheck. And once I know that your foundation is strong and you're implementing what I put in place, and I can trust that after I've already rechecked, then I can trust you. But first off, you're handpicked by God.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Because I know a lot of us, we trust God in a lot of areas, but we sometimes think God is for the big things and not the small things. But He's for everything.
Everything.
Okay. I see. That's good. So in your career, what entrepreneur do you see sitting on your couch the most as far as, having a lot of stress, trying to, balance their life with their career? What entrepreneur do you see over there? Like, is it like lawyers, attorneys, or?
I'm going to say, since COVID, we have a new line of personnels that sit on the couch.
Okay.
Anxiety hits everyone.
Okay.
COVID took us to a different level. It really did.
Okay.
Things that we were confident about, things that we knew for sure, we started questioning. So who sits on my couch is everyday people.
Ooh.
Everyday people. People that have positions of CEOs, CFOs, entrepreneurs, single parents, two-parent households. Everyday people sits on my couch. But the ones that are the most successful with balancing their lives are, I'm finding, the young entrepreneurs.
Oh, yes.
They are more innovative. They're using resources that we didn't use.
Yes.
We used to pick up the encyclopedia. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
These new and improved entrepreneurs,
Yes.
they bringing it to the table.
Yes,
they bringing
they
it to
are.
the table.
Yes.
They're more innovative. So in that course of line of what they're doing, they need supports.
Okay.
And I'm here to support.
So with that being said, I know we did mention our spiritual aspect in this, and I know it plays a huge part, especially for me, and I know for you, that it plays a huge part in our life. How important is mentorship to you?
In my field, as a licensed mental health therapist,
Yes.
there appeared to be a shortage of mentorship.
Oh,
The market was saturated. The work was plentiful.
Okay.
And some of it due to COVID.
okay.
The work was plentiful. So everybody was kind of just trying to make it and work it out for themselves. Mentorship has been so important in my work.
Okay.
I've been able to pull up several young therapists. I've been able to mentor, support, educate them
Oh, that's
on
good.
what to expect.
Yes.
And when they get in this field, it's not no cakewalk.
It's not.
You know, you have to be able to take care of your client, take care of yourself, and take care of your bills.
Yes. All three.
All three.
All three.
It's an extension.
Absolutely.
So all three of those categories are important.
Yes.
We need mentorships. It's needed so that the younger generation, the innovative younger ones that I just spoke about,
Yes.
so that they know the right path to take, so that they don't make as many mistakes as we made. I made some
Absolutely.
mistakes.
Absolutely.
I made some mistakes because, hey, you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't
and
know.
if there's not anyone to educate you
Yes.
with love,
Yes.
I'm telling you,
A safe space. A
constructive
safe space.
criticism
Yes.
goes a long way if it's handled with care.
Absolutely. Oh, that is so good. And it's so refreshing because I know the importance of mentorships. And sometimes it's just really hard to find mentorship because we live in a day and age where it's changed. You give me this, I give you this. And a lot of it in today's society is you have to pay for mentorship.
Yes.
You know, that's what I've come across. You want somebody, you're looking to find someone to give you some help in any area of your life. It's like, what can you do for me? How much can you pay me? With that being said, I do kind of want to pivot to spiritual mentorship just because I think it's important for the people to hear. They need to know. I really need to know, how important is mentorship spiritually to help you carry out your journey? How important is that, you think?
You remember in the old days when the woman of the church, the elders of the church used to pull the young women aside
Yes.
and say, baby, let me tell you something.
Yes, I do.
Let me whisper in your ear.
Yes.
Let me pray with you.
Yes.
Let me guide you.
Yes.
We're missing that.
We are.
We're missing that in the church. We're missing that in the professional world. We're missing that in the family unit.
Yes.
It's so important for spiritual mentorship because we're not going to grow unless we have someone that shows us how to grow.
Absolutely.
Amen. So if you're
Absolutely.
not in tune and if you don't have a spiritual mentor, a prayer partner,
Yes.
somebody that's holding your hand and lifting you up. My pastor used to say, everybody can't be down at the same time.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Yes. So
That's
we
good.
have to mentor our young Christians. We
Yes.
have to. If not, they fall by the way.
They do. They fall by
Because
the
it's a
wayside.
struggle.
And then what we do is we say, oh, this what's happening in today's society. We can point out what is lacking, but we can't point out how do we connect? How do we build a bridge? How do we help the next generation? Because the next generation, when we leave, if we take everything with us that we know, that we possess, whether it be professionally, whether it be spiritually, how are they going to, have a head start? Because I think that's the purpose from generation to generation. Is to benefit from your past, to learn to how to navigate through your future.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's awesome, and I really appreciate that because, I think it's so important for spiritual mentorship and professional mentorship. We really need it both because, like you said, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
It's just so refreshing to hear that because me starting my own business, doing something I've never done in my generation, not even in my generation, I don't know anyone that has launched their own spice line or launched the entire product line, being a product developer. So just being able to find a mentor that can help me to navigate through some things some things that bother me late at night, I'm just like, well, how do I do this? What do I do? So most of the things I take to God, but there are some things and some aspects in life that you should learn from people.
Yes.
everyday people becoming entrepreneurs.
That's right.
And so that's the basis for this podcast, is just to expose different people that are in different career fields, different walks of life, just sharing what how you can benefit others and what they can do, what they can do that to help them along their journey.
Absolutely.
Yes.
5 nuggets makes a 6-pack. 6 packs of nuggets, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
That's good.
Nugget after nugget after nugget.
Nugget after nugget.
Absolutely.
Yes. Today's episode is sponsored by Mumbo Spice, the bold and flavorful seafood spice line that's taking kitchens by storm. Whether you're craving that perfect garlic butter drizzle or a spicy Cajun kick or a classic seafood boil, Mumbo Spice have you covered. It's an all-natural, no preservatives, and packed with flavor. It's time to turn your meals into a masterpiece. Visit mumbospice.com to shop now and spice up your plate. So, Miss Rica, if you was not in your profession today and you had to choose another profession, how does that look into making your first 6 figures?
If I had not chosen to go into my profession, my original choice was to be a lawyer.
Oh.
I would be in law, and that's how I would make that first 6 figures. Okay. Or I'd be playing for the WNBA.
Oh, yes. Basketball, baby.
Okay.
Whoop. Yes, okay. How did you go about starting your business as a licensed therapist? How did that become?
I was in corporate America. I was working quite a bit and making them quite a lot of money.
Okay.
God had already instilled in me that he wanted me to step out on faith and start my own practice. Okay. But because of fear, I didn't move when God wanted me to move. Okay. So God put someone in place that made it very difficult for me to stay in my position. So that moved me into starting my own private practice. Okay. And I always remember the scripture, Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans for you. Okay? So he knew those plans.
Yes.
But because of fear,
yes,
I was captured in a position of no growth, no flexibility, and not able to do that work-life balance.
Oh.
What God said to me is, what I have for you is for you. Mm-hmm. So Silver Lining Counseling was birthed in April of 2016. I started in a 1-room. I got my first desk off the side of the road, and I was renting a 1-room. Within 2 years in that building, God allowed me to purchase that building. So now I own the building. I have 3 full-time counselors working for me. I have a massage therapist down in the corner. I have an office manager, all because I allow God to take the wheel. My plans are not always his plans.
Yes.
And sometimes we got to take the blinders off.
We do.
So we can see God's vision.
We do. So all of this was birthed from God putting, if I hear you correctly, from God putting a hindrance in your path.
A stumbling block.
Ma'am. In your path. And so that allowed you to step back and say, let me rethink this. Let me have a conversation with God and let me see what his plan is and not my plan for myself.
Absolutely.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. So I know fear plays a great part with entrepreneurs because it's something that we're not familiar with, we're unfamiliar. And so we really have to have a lot of faith in what we're going to step out on. So how did you overcome that fear of starting your own practice, becoming an entrepreneur? And also, how did you overcome fear with, I know once you were in your business, there are certain things that come up that would say, kind of remind you, it was easier working a 9-to-5 or working for a corporate company. How did you overcome those fears?
I think when I realized that God had a plan for me and that he opened doors and he closed doors that I'm not supposed to go through. Mm-hmm. So when I stepped out on faith and things fell into place, I felt like the sky was the limit.
Ooh,
that fear that I had possessed allowed me to trust God and only God. Yes. So now anytime I'm faced with any trial, any struggle, any stumbling block, I look to God, which cometh my help. And I remember the scripture, I can do all things, not some things, not a little bit of things, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yes.
So fear is not an option.
Yes.
Not succeeding is not an option.
Yes.
Because when you got the man upstairs in front of you, not behind you.
In front.
Girl, he go before you.
Ooh.
He's not behind you. He's
Absolutely.
in front. When you have him in front. Now you still gonna struggle.
Yes.
You still gonna have stumbling blocks.
Because you have to learn.
Yes.
It's a learning journey.
Yeah.
Just because there is a stumbling block doesn't mean to stop. Now, however, like when you mentioned earlier, that stumbling block caused you to say, okay, let me take a step back and let me do something different. Let me check with God and let me carry out his plan for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but sometimes when you're going through, God is cultivating you to become who he needs you to be.
Growing you.
Ooh, that's good.
Go ahead on, Hope. Go ahead on.
That's good.
Yes.
Growing you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we want spiritual growth.
We do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We want professional growth.
Yes.
We want financial growth.
Absolutely.
We want spiritual growth.
Absolutely.
So we got to look to God for growth.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. This is a good one. What mindset do you have to start to become an entrepreneur? What mindset do you have to accomplish something you've never accomplished, to step out on faith?
Yeah. One of the things that I did not have that I now look back and I think, oh my God, I should have had a business plan.
Okay.
I had no business plan. I had put nothing in place. I think it would be easier if I sat down with God, a piece of paper and a pencil, and let God allow me and walk me through the business plan.
Yes.
I did not have a business plan. So I think because I did not have a business plan, I did not have money in the bank saved.
Okay.
It was, let me see what God gonna do.
Yes.
So I think it was a little harder for me. It was a little more struggle. And I had to rely only on faith.
Yes.
Yes. But if I had to redo it,
Okay.
I would have planned a business plan. I would have completed a business plan and prayed over that plan.
Okay. Yes,
but I
absolutely.
did not have that. And I do think that would have been easier if I had had a business plan.
Okay. Yeah, because it would have been more structured. I could see
Absolutely.
how that would have been more beneficial.
Oh, it was some surprises.
Yes. We know as business owners, it is some surprises that happens and occurs. I say this, sometimes it's not a setback, it's a set up for a comeback.
Yeah.
And one thing that I like to keep in my mind as an entrepreneur is this. There's nothing that is more powerful as having a person with the plan of God. When you are an entrepreneur, when you're an individual that has God's plan, nothing can stop you. Mm-hmm. Absolutely nothing can stop you, because as a matter of fact, you're not the one with the plan. So they're not stopping you. They have to stop God.
Yeah. When you fall under that umbrella.
Ooh.
But you got to stay under that umbrella.
You have to stay.
You can't get out of the will of God. But when you fall under that umbrella, God got you.
God got you. So that's how we're going to end this podcast. God has you. For entrepreneurs that are out there listening, because they're going to be watching, what advice would you give them that you actually experienced in scaling your business from that one room that you mentioned? You started from one room, you had to go get your desk from on the side of the road, and now here you have an entire you own your own building. So you went from being in one room, renting this space, to scaling your business, to owning your whole building. How did you actually scale your business from that one room to owning your building?
Well, I'm going to say, I think mine is a little different.
Okay.
Because God chose the people, so they came to me.
Okay.
The owner of the building came to me and said, I want you to buy this building.
Oh my God.
Yes. The 3 counselors that I have came to me and said, I want you to be my mentor. I supervised them when they were in school.
Okay.
To get their graduate degree.
Okay.
And once they graduated, they said, can I stay with you?
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I didn't look for them.
Okay.
They found me.
Okay.
Even my office manager, she actually worked with me at the old company that I worked for. She left them after 25 years and called me.
Okay.
And that's how she came to me. So everybody that I have in place, I never took an application. I never did an interview.
Wow.
They actually came to me and I prayed over it and God gave the go.
Okay.
And that's just how it came to be. Even the building. She came to me and said, I believe God wants you to have this building.
Well, that's awesome.
So I didn't have to do a lot of scaling.
Okay, so you were blessed. You were definitely
It really
blessed in that area.
God ordered.
Order.
It really was
Order
God
your
ordered.
step.
I even said when she came to me and asked me about buying the building, I said, I've only been in business a year. I don't have the money saved up.
Yeah, so that was going to be my next question. Financially, how did you scale your business?
Financially, I ended up going in my 401 to pay the down payment on the building.
Okay.
That's how I did that because I was not ready or equipped to buy a building.
Okay.
And God just blessed it. And I just had one room and then I rented another room.
Mm-hmm.
And before I know it, I had outgrown that little space. And then that's when she said, hey, God wants you to have this building. And we had a conversation.
Okay.
And
So financially, did you have to take out any loans?
I didn't take out not one loan. I started with the desk on the side of the road. The first furniture in my waiting area, I got from Salvation Army. I picked it up from Salvation Army, had it steam cleaned.
Okay.
I never got any loan in my business. I don't owe anybody but that mortgage on that building.
That is awesome.
I know it's God-centered, God-ordered, and God's doing.
That's it. Oh my God.
I know.
That is a powerful,
It's a
powerful
testimony.
testimony.
It is a
I was getting
testimony.
ready to say story, but it is
It's
a
a
powerful
testimony.
testimony.
It really
Because
is.
it just shows when you divinely align that he is in charge of the increase.
Yeah.
Not you.
And when I need a day off, I ask God.
Okay. God, I got to start asking you when I can have a day off.
Okay.
That sounds good. That sounds really good. I want to let everyone know, if you can let everyone know where they can reach you at personally, your business, where they can reach you at social media. If you want to give out a number, that's fine.
Absolutely. The name of my business is Silver Lining Counseling. I'm located at 211 Doris Drive, Lakeland, Florida, Polk County.
Yes,
All right.
Polk County in the house.
All right. My website is www.silverliningfl.com. I am on social media. I have a Silver Lining Counseling Facebook. And I do have an Instagram. I just don't know
You just don't know the Instagram.
I just don't know it.
Well, guess what? What we'll do is we'll link the Instagram
Absolutely.
and down below in the caption so that you guys can find Miss Rica Walker. She's a great person, a great therapist. If you need any help, if you're locally, just make sure you reach out to her. She will make sure you get what you need. And if you don't, I'm sure she'll have resources that she can lead you in the right direction.
Yes. And our phone number is 863-607-6088. I do want to leave you with one nugget. Because mental health counseling can be very difficult to afford for some people, the resources sometimes are not as available as some others. Silver Lining has created a nonprofit organization called the Silver Lining Carrick Foundation. And that foundation does provide free counseling to children and families and adults at no cost to them. That is also listed on my website. So if there's a need and you worry about the cost, we're here to provide that service also. Thank you so much.
Oh, that is so great. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the podcast, Everyday People Becoming Entrepreneurs. Have a great day. That was a powerful way to start this journey together. I hope today's conversation reminded you you're not alone, that your mindset matters just as much as your marketing plan. If you got any value from this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, share it with some people who's building something special. You know why? Because it takes us all to help one another. And remember, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to start. This is Everyday People Becoming Entrepreneurs, and I'm Hope Berrien. I'll see you next time.